They complain that men don't approach, but could it be that they're the ones pushing them away? Arrogant looks, unrealistic demands, and the fear they've created on social media are driving men away for good. Check out 6 real cases and find out why the gap between men and women has never been this wide.
So I just left the gym. Well, actually, I just left Whole Foods because I was grocery shopping, but I think I saw like the hottest guy I've ever seen in my life at the gym. And I was working out and he was like staring at me, and he was actually like down the treadmill, like 2 treadmills down. So then like I got off the treadmill and I went to the sauna, and then I saw him again. He came to the sauna. The whole time he was like staring at me, and he did not say one word. And I'm just like, are you gonna say anything? Like, and I'm not like the kind of person to like approach or talk to a guy first. I know like a lot of girls do that. I just can't. Maybe that's why I'm still single. But men, like, seriously, if you're gonna like stare, like, why don't you say something? Like, what is wrong with men these days? Like, they'll stare at you, but they won't say anything. It's just so weird to me.
This statement shows a passive and inconsistent expectation. She wants the man to take the initiative, yet at the same time, she positions herself as inaccessible and doesn't show openness to interaction. In a scenario where men already face the risk of public rejection, she interprets silence as a flaw in them, without considering that her own posture and body language might have pushed any attempt to approach away. Many men today simply avoid approaching women who expect to be courted without giving any reciprocity.
Okay, here are some of my theories why men don't approach women in public. Okay, number 1, I think they have had a super horrible, traumatic experience with like literally one woman. Like one woman really did them so dirty that traumatized them moving forward. Like they can't even move forward because they're still so hurt from the past one experience that they're moving from a place of hurt and not from like a healed perspective. 2, men have a very sensitive ego, and they rather protect that ego from it getting bruised just a little bit, just simply by a rejection from a woman, than to actually go and pursue something. Okay, and 3rd point, men have it way too easy now with all the dating apps and Instagram and sliding into someone's DMs. Like, why would they want to do that in public when they can just choose the easy way out and do it through social media behind a screen?
The problem here is a one-sided perspective. She sees the lack of approach as only a result of male fragility, trauma, or laziness, without recognizing that hostility, arrogance, or visible disinterest from many women directly contribute to it. By blaming only men and not acknowledging women's part in the equation, she widens the gap between the sexes. Relationships can't be built when one side expects the other to take all the risk and effort.
If a bunch of men approach you in public, you need to stop taking that as a compliment. That's actually an insult. Unless they're a bunch of sharks approaching you, that should be taken as an insult. If it's a bunch of Nemos and Lil Nemos and regular men and Dusties approaching you, they thought that you were so unintimidating that it was okay for them to come up to you, waste your time, and ask you for your number because they just knew you were going to give it to them, because they just knew you were in their league. Only the 1%, the top percent of men should be approaching you. Like, it's quality over quantity. I really hate when girls be like, I get niggas. That's the easiest thing to get. Do you get quality niggas? This is not for everyone either. This is for a certain target audience. The girls that get it, get in. The girls that don't. This is about using your beauty and investing even your last dollar into your appearance, to use your beauty to get a softer, easier life. It's about working smarter, not harder. Unfortunately, in today's society, but it's the hard reality, so save your comments. A woman's beauty will get her much farther than any degree will. Unfortunately. You guys need to stop letting these thirsty men boost your head up, get you comfortable, and hold you back from being the baddest bitch that you can be. There's always room for improvement. So if a lot of men are approaching you, that's not a compliment. Unless he's the big dog, top shark, you need to go look in the mirror and figure out what you need to do to become a better bitch. And what could these little Nemos do for you anyway besides tell you good morning? Like, and give you a wet ass and send you home in an Uber. Uber X. Not even a black truck.
This speech reflects the mindset that drives high-value men away: arrogance, materialism, and selectivity based purely on looks and status. She turns male interaction into a predator and prey game, reducing men to sharks or Nemos, reinforcing the idea that the average man is worthless. Men who truly have options and character rarely invest time in someone who judges human value only by money or physical appearance.
I feel like things are just backwards over here in Australia, you guys. So when I first moved here, not a single guy came up to me at the clubs and hit on me. And I found it a bit weird. I was like kind of offended, not gonna lie. Coming from North America, I don't know, I was kind of offended. It was really nice because I could just go out with the girlies, have a good time, you know what I mean? Like no guys were coming up to me, like it was great. Anyways, now I have a boyfriend, and every time my boyfriend and I go out to the clubs, there are 1,000 girls coming up to him and hitting on him. And no guys come up to me at all. And I'm like, is that just how it is here? Like, do the girls put in the work? Like, is it just a bit backwards? Because, like, in North America, it's like the guys come up to the girls, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know any girls that would go up to a guy. So it just seems a bit backwards. Like, can someone please explain this to me? Also, why is every single guy short? Like, I'm a pretty short girl, and I tower over all these men at the club.
Here we see a cultural clash, but also a lack of understanding of changing male behaviors. She complains about not being approached, yet at the same time enjoys going out without any attention. Many men have learned that if they respect a woman's space, they get criticized for not taking initiative. If they do approach, they're accused of harassment. This ambiguity leaves men with no safe path, so they simply choose not to engage.
I really want to talk about this comment because this is definitely something that has come across my desk a few times in the last few weeks, especially. I think it's very important for women to acknowledge that, you know, when we complain that men don't approach women anymore in public, this is the fear that's going on in their heads, is that they are scared of being shamed online. And I've spoken to younger men, and especially with younger men, this rings true. And it was interesting because I was listening to Theo Von's podcast, the episode that he had Andrew Huberman on, and Andrew Huberman said the same thing. He said that he mentors a lot of young men who have this genuine fear of being shamed online by women, which is why they don't feel the need or the urge or the desire to approach women in public anymore. And honestly, like, if I thought that I would be publicly shamed online if I approached a man, I probably wouldn't do it either. So obviously there are nuances to the situation, like people who inappropriately approach women or do it in a derogatory way or do it in a disrespectful way, of course, but we're not really speaking about that. We're talking about just men not wanting to talk to women in public because they're scared they're going to get trashed online. And as women, I think we really need to acknowledge our behavior in this cycle. You know, if we continue to, you know, berate men online and talk about how, you know, a guy approached you and he was ugly and you're gonna make fun of him and do all this stuff on the internet, don't complain when men have this genuine fear of approaching women in public anymore. So thank you for leaving this comment. I think it is really important to talk about that because it's really truly come across my desk multiple times in the last few weeks, and it's something that I've actually wanted to talk about. And the more that I speak to men and the more that, you know, I listen to men who mentor young men, especially, this is what the genuine fear is. So yeah, okay, bye.
This is the most insightful one in the group. She acknowledges that the culture of exposure and public shaming on social media has created a climate of fear for men. Today, any misinterpreted approach can be recorded, posted, and go viral, ruining reputations. The difference is that, unlike the others, she admits that women's behavior also fuels this problem. This self-awareness is rare, and if more women thought this way, the distance between men and women could change.
It's so funny because people are like, well, the reason why like guys don't really come up to you is because you're very intimidating. Like, you're intimidating. I'm just like, what am I gonna do? Smile like this? Everywhere I go, like, that's just not me. I walk around, I have an RBF. I'm a proud resting bitch face person. I walk around how I'm supposed to walk around. And if that means like this, but I'm so happy. That's the thing, I'm happy. And I crack a smile here and there. But the thing is like, I'm not like I don't, like, if I'm intimidating to you, then I guess we're not, then I guess, like, what the fuck. But the thing is, I'm like the definition of like, looks can kill you, but is a cinnamon roll. That's me. And if you have the balls, I guess, to get to know me, then you know I'm just like not like that. I guess, honestly, in a way, I feel like it's protection. You know? I don't know, guys.
She normalizes the resting bitch face as if it's just an innocent trait, but ignores that nonverbal communication is essential in human interaction. Men, like women, read signals before approaching. If her expression conveys hostility or coldness, few will risk making a move. Thinking a man should just grow balls to get past this ignores that respecting someone's space and receptiveness is part of healthy interaction.